Hi, this is May here from CandyWithBlog.com, and I'm here in my house. I'm closing the door. I'm walking to the back because we're going to do our live hangout today in my backyard. So welcome to CandyWithBlog.com. This is Enjoy the Journey. I don't know which number episode this is. I'll figure it out and put it on the blog post. However, it's nice to see you this morning, and I'm going in my backyard because if you've been on my recent live broadcast, not that a while ago, I was doing it. 2 weeks I've missed because I've been on vacation. I was sick, but actually I was just on vacation. Anyway, the reason that I wanted to go outside is because when I do it inside now, my son wakes up, and then it's really hard for me to do the hangout with you. So as a mother, I do these in the morning, and I started my online business in this company when I was pregnant with my son Jordan, who's now 2 years old. So yay, we've been in this business for over 2 years. In fact, we're celebrating 3 years this month in this business. So we're very excited, and internet marketing is a great place to be. You come to the right place at the right time. If you're here, my name is May, M-E-Y, and I'm going to put that up on the screen so that you can see as well. Let me do that right now. And the light is really nice out here. It looks so pretty. Anyway, I hope that you feel good about yourself too, about what you look like and your self-image. But anyway, let me put up here my link in case you're not seeing this from my blog. You can always go to my blog to check it out. And let me upload that onto the screen for you. There you go. So that's my name, May Dolgalau, and my blog is candoitblog.com. You can do it. And okay, so let's talk about this series, Enjoy the Journey. Let's talk about my story. So, like I said, I started when I was pregnant. All right, I was 4 months pregnant. That's right, 4 months pregnant with my son Jordan, and I had been blogging for I had blogged pretty consistently for a year, like prior to me starting this business. I took a course on how to do internet business. It was $1,000 course. At the time, it was a big investment for me. Okay, I never spent money on something like that. You know, I spent a lot of money in college, so I spent a lot of money there. But for like my own education on the internet, I found this course, and they were giving me phone lessons every week on how to set up your own internet business that will make you your own money, and I was really excited. So I did whatever they said, and after speaking with them, we came up with the idea that blogging was the best way for me to go, and that I should blog about English teaching, right? Because at the time I taught English as a second language. I used to live in Taiwan before I lived in Hawaii, and I taught English as a second language there. So and then I moved here, and I also taught English as a second language here because that's what I knew how to do, and I was really good at it. So he's like, and I didn't want to keep doing it actually, even though I'm really good at it. I don't know why. It just didn't fulfill me the way that I wanted it to. So I didn't want to keep doing it. And however, he's like, "What are you good at?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm good at this. What could you blog about every week and have lots of good content?" I'm like, "Well, this." So I ended up blogging about that. So every week I would put a lesson up online on teaching on English. You know, I would teach English every week online. And then I would also put up a lesson to help teachers teach English, like give them skills that they need to know to teach better. So I had like 2 kinds of lessons on my website. One was for students, one was for teachers every week. And I did that for a year. So I was pretty consistent. It did work to help me get some AdSense money and a little bit of Amazon commissions because I sold a book from Amazon. So I did get a little bit of money. However, not a lot, like very little. So it wasn't enough to sustain like me quitting my job and just do blogging and So I stopped after a year. I got other goals, I decided to do an Ironman. I also went to other courses on internet marketing to see if I can do something better because I heard of Internet Bootcamp by T. Harv Ekker's company at the time, Peak Potentials, which is no longer his company, but at the time it was, and it was his first time doing the class, and so I went to that class too, and I learned what they taught us, which was very helpful, but it did not make me any money, really. It made me like $1, I think. maybe more than $1, but it didn't really help me as my personality. Some people used it and they made tons of money, so I'm not going to say it doesn't work for everyone, but that course did not work for me, and it cost way more money than the first one. So now I was in debt, yeah. So I started out first of all just doing the course material and doing what they said, and then the live help every week helped more because it kept me on track. You know, every week I talked to someone and they told me what to do. Even though I didn't really make that much money, I made more money in that than the other one where it was like one boot camp, you're done, and then you have to pay more money to see someone later, and it was just a lot of money going out the door, and I was like, that put me down in debt. So I think it might have helped people who had more money than me who could handle that kind of sustained spending. Maybe. But the first one, actually, I made more than I put 1,000 down, but I made more than that back because of the tax savings just in making a business, period. You know, I made back like $3,000. So that was pretty cool. Anyways, the whole point of that story was that I was not making money, so I stopped doing it. All right, and then I went and did an Ironman, and then my next goal was to find my soulmate, get married. So I did that, you know. So I found him, I got married, I got pregnant, and here it was again. Okay, I had failed making money. I mean, I had made a blog that was, you know, people liked it. I had people who gave me nice comments. They wanted to learn more English from it and all that stuff, but I wasn't making money, you know. So the point of me to do that wasn't just to give value, it was also to make money from my value. So then I was like, okay, there's something missing. I need to learn the secret ingredient. There's something going on here. So, pregnant 4 months, decide I want to do this again. I want to make this successful. I'm pregnant. You know, this might be my last chance to do it before I have a baby. Then I'm really, really busy, right? So I hear about. I actually joined a course that was much more affordable. $500 for 60 days or 90 days. It's a really good deal, actually. And I had a coach call every morning, okay, for every weekday morning. And during these sessions, I had a goal, and my goal was I wanted to make $3,000 a month consistent passive income. Right? I didn't know how I was going to do it because I hadn't done it yet. The only thing I knew how to do was to invest in stocks and make dividends. So if that was the way to do it, then I needed $200,000 cash. So that's what. And then if it wasn't, then there had to be another way, right? Well, looking around and talking to people in my coaching group and doing some exercises that my coach gave me, we figured out that what I really like to do, I just sat down and wrote down, what do I love to do? I love to talk, as you can see, I love talking. And if you know me at all, definitely friend me on Facebook. You know, if you see this video, underneath it, there's a link to click to get on my email list that has all my Facebook information. Because my Facebook name is not M-E-Y, it's longer. It's M-E-Y-L-Y-S-A. So if you want to find me on Facebook, that's how you find me. M-E-Y-L-Y-S-A. But if you get on my email list, it has all that information on it. All my emails have all that contact information on them. So anyway, and you get updates on the screen. Hangouts in your meeting. So anyways, I like to talk, you know. I like to talk to friends about personal growth development. I just like to talk about things that are important to me, like our life's purpose and how to become successful and how to feel good, how to be happy, and how to, you know, lose weight and well, not lose weight, but how to have a good weight, you know, look attractive, you know, how to have fun in life, you know, enjoy life to the fullest, you know, be healthy, be happy, you know, get your goals. This is the kind of stuff that I like to talk about. I like to talk to friends about it, all right? I really enjoy it. I like to read books about things like this, personal growth, nutrition, how to make money, how to invest. Right now I'm reading Living Synergistically by Thomas Wilhite, the creator of Sci Seminars, which is an amazing seminar. And then I'm also reading Dividend, how to invest in dividends strategically. Forgot the exact title. Both books I'm reading right now. And I love to read, okay? And I love to write, right? I like writing. I'm really good at writing. So I like to read, I like to write, I like to talk to friends about things that I enjoy, personal growth, stuff like that. I was like, how do I make money doing that? You know, right now I work at a bank, okay? And I'm paid for, you know, answering the phone and talking, which is part of what I like. So that's probably why I like this job. I'm talking to people, you know? Like, but it's not about what I want to talk about, but sometimes it is, you know. And you know, I do a lot of, you know, paperwork, which I don't like. It's a paperwork. Um, so there you go. So I'm like, how do I get a job where I can do something that I really like? You know, that inspires me, that I enjoy. And so they told me that they knew a guy, his name was Kiala, and that he was making money blogging, and blogging sounded like what they wanted to do. And I was like, yeah, actually, I am blogging before. I just didn't make money. But this guy was blogging, making money. So I'm like, okay, that's cool, right? Because I like blogging, did not make money before. This guy's making money. So they gave me his number. I called him, and he told me, yeah, I'm making $2,000 a month, you know, passive income. I'm like, seriously? That's awesome. Like, yeah, you know, I've only been doing it for about maybe 6 months. Now I'm doing 3,000. I'm like, that's a lot of money. I want to do this. So I was like, I want in. He sent me this link. I clicked it. I joined, you know. And in the beginning, I you know, was like so excited. Right? I didn't know what I was doing, so I just did right away everything they said. You know, do this within 24 hours. So I did it. I did everything they said do within 24 hours. Write your first blog post. I did it. I wrote my first blog post. You know, I did everything they said I did. And then he sent me these emails where he would coach me on what to do, how to set up my email, autoresponder, and all these things. And I did it like instantly. He told me to do it, I would do it. So I was like, you know, boom, boom, boom. And then he told me something else. And that's what this whole webinar is about today. He told me to go to a live event. And I was like, well, I don't have enough money to buy. Well, at the time, I wasn't sure if I could go because my husband was kind of against the whole business because he was upset that I spent my money to invest in it, you know. And then also, he didn't know what it was. He's like, this is online. It's like weird. Even though I talked to the guy, you know, and it's through our course and people know him, he was still kind of shaky about it. He didn't trust it. He was like, what is this thing, you know? And he was mad at me for joining, actually. So we're having difficulties relationship-wise at the time. So I wasn't sure if I could go to the event because he was so upset about whatever. So finally, he let me go, even though he was still upset. He was so upset. I hated that time when he was all upset at me. But anyway, sometimes when you make a decision, you know, people don't understand, and then they get, you know, kind of queasy about it. Now he's real happy about it because it saves us tons of money in taxes, or it makes tons of money for our business, either way, depending on the year. So he loves it. But before, it was so bad at me. So he says, you need to go to this live event. I was like, I don't know if I can go. And he's like, you need to go. He's like, I didn't make money until I went. Before when I first started and started feeling around myself, nothing happened. I go to a live event, things change. It's magical. Things happen at live events that just don't happen. You need to go to live events. It's important. So I was like, okay, I want to make money. He said I have to go to live events to make money. If I have to go to a live event to make money, I'm going to go to a live event. All right? And I'm going to go right now because I want this. I want this bad. So I made it happen, and I went to our first live event. It was in Chicago. Okay? It was in Chicago of 2013. So April. That's why it's like our 3-year anniversary, basically. So I went to the live event in Chicago, and my husband wanted to know how it was going, so I'd call him every night and tell him what happened, you know. And you know, the first day, I met all these people making money online. Like it was pretty amazing actually, because the place was filled. Like I think there were 4,000 or 5,000 people at that event. It was huge. Okay, it was like a giant auditorium of people, and excuse me, I spoke with excuse me, spoke with Jamal about it, and I said, you know, today I sat next to this guy who's making like, I think he told me he's making 10,000 a month or 3,000 a month, something high. His results are not typical. See full disclaimer at workwithme.com/income. I'm going to put on the screen now because I'm going to talk about some income results that I had. And it's important that you understand our income disclaimer. This is a legal thing that we do. That's important. Okay, workwithme.com/income. Anytime I make a claim about income from people in this business, I want you to know that there is a link there you can click on, and it's a full income disclaimer. Okay, because not everyone makes as much money in this business. Some people join and quit the next day. So obviously, they didn't make any money. Some people stay and they make money. Some people stay and they don't make money because they don't do anything or whatever the reason is. Maybe they do the same thing over and over and never do anything new. I don't know. But it's not guaranteed income, okay? So that's why we have an income disclaimer. So check that out, right? Okay, so the guy sitting next to me was making like $3,000 or $10,000, something like that a month. It was crazy, right? And I was like, I think it was 10. And he told me he had stopped working the business for a couple months. He wanted to buy a car, buy a house, you know, do these things like amazing. And then now he's getting back into it. So I was like, wow, that's amazing. All right, that blew my mind. Like, that's a lot of money, you know? And he was just sitting next to me. He wasn't even on stage. The people on stage, you know how much money they were making? Okay, Lawrence Tam gets on stage, $100,000 that month. $100,000 blew my mind. He just got laid off from his job, engineering job. He didn't want to quit because he said it was a cush job. It was a really easy job. He said to show up. You know, he could even work on his online business there, apparently a little bit. And he got paid like 60 grand a year or something like that. So it was a really easy job for him, made him money. He didn't want to quit. So he got laid off and then he just didn't go back to the job market. He just did internet marketing full time. And it just blew my mind that you could make $100,000 in 1 month. And that was the people that were on stage. The people in the audience, like that guy next to me, making $10,000. That's not enough to get you on stage. And I was like, holy moly, that blows my mind. I met so many people there that were making money online from all different parts of the world. I met a guy from Portugal. Who was making like, I don't know how much, I forgot, but he had stopped working his other jobs, you know, because he made enough there. And so many people. It blew my mind. And I was like, wow. And I told Jamal, and Jamal was like, wow, you know, this is real. This is amazing. And I took this story, I went back home, and I marketed it. You know, I did what they said. I told people about it. I told them on Facebook about it because that's what my sponsor said he did. So I did that. I told people on Facebook about it. I told people that I knew about it. I emailed people about it. I talked to people about it. And doing the things that they tell us to do, like you have to listen to audios daily from the Inner Circle. I did that. I did these things that they told us to do. And then in 3 months after joining in April, right, we had our first day where we made over $4,000. Okay, over $4,000, and it blew my mind, right? Like I said, my results are not typical. See full disclaimer at workwithme.com/income below the screen. However, it's true. It happened when I was in the hospital. I was pregnant, right? Remember? And we were getting classes on what to do once our baby's born, what happens, you know, all this kind of stuff. And come outside, I get a notification that, you know, we've made these commissions, and it was really over $4,000 in 1 day. And then it happened again the following month, the week before I gave birth, another day we made $4,000. In between, we're also making like 2,500 different kinds of commissions, and it just blew my mind. You know, it never happened to me in my life. Just totally changed my perspective on what's possible in internet marketing. So that's my story. Okay, now I'm 72, still doing this because it's an amazing business. And if you're on this, I wanted to talk today about something really important. And it's the secret that home-based businesses, not just my business, home-based businesses in general, use to make billions of dollars all over the world. And it's a proven technique that works. So I want to share with you what that secret is. Okay? And invite you also to partake in it if you want to. But it's an amazing, amazing thing that I learned about from my first event. And the secret is that live events, home businesses always use live events. Every few months or so, depending on their cycle, they have a live event. Everybody gets together in one place and they have a live event. And that is one of the secrets, okay? The big secret to making billions of dollars. They all have this model. Why do they do this? Now, why is it important to have live events? Trust me when I tell you, they would not do this if it did not work. Okay, so let me just tell you again, they would not do this if it did not work. Right? Let me give you an example. So David Wood, the founder of our company, he said he used to do a lot of different home-based businesses. Okay, so he based our business around that kind of model, even though it's a more internet-based model. But he used to do home-based business, and they always had these live events. And at the time, he didn't think they were important, so he didn't go, right? And then one of his leaders, and they told his leader, I've been working really hard at this. I've been really, really doing my best. I'm not making money. What should I do? And the guy's like, do you promise to do what I tell you to do? I tell you to do it. He's like, yes, I promise to do it. He's like, even if before I tell you, we promise to do it if I tell you to do it and it will work. And then he's like, okay, yes, I will. And he tells him, you have to listen to an inspiring audio every day. All right? He's like, okay, I will do that. The second thing he says is you have to attend all live events. And David would at the time, he's like, what? Because the next one was coming up in a different city and he wasn't planning on going. And then now he had to go because he promised. He's like, okay, I will go. So he had to find the money. He had to find the money. He had to get over there. I guess it was in San Diego or something. He had to get to this live event. And so he made it happen, although he wasn't going to go initially. And so he did. And the interesting thing, at the live event, the speaker said this. He said, I want you to raise your hand if you, I think he said, I don't know exactly how he did it logistically. Let's pretend it was like this. Same idea. Everybody stand up who's made over $1,000 in this business. No, everybody stand up who's made like, I don't remember exactly how he did it, but basically this is what happened. He basically had everyone stand up who's been to one live event, stand up. So he had those people stand up, right? Who's been to 2 live events? Stand up. So some people sit down, right? Of course, because everyone's standing up in to 1, right? So sit down if you've only been to 2, if you've only been to 1, basically. Okay, who's been to 3 live events? Stay standing. 4 live events, stay standing. 5 live events, stay standing. 6 live events. So it basically went down the line of the number of live events. Finally gets to 6 live events, and everyone who's standing is a millionaire. And it blows his mind. He's like, okay, all the high earners, the ones who make the most money, have been to the most events. So then he realizes the importance of events. If you want to make the big money, if you want to be the leader, if you want to do very well, you have to go to live events. That's how it works in his businesses. So he started always going to live events. He started bringing his team to live events, and he started making more money. He started being more successful. Now, the moral of the story is that the home-based business uses this live event-based model, and they make tons of money. Now, why? Now, if you're like me, you want to know why. If you're not like me, well, actually, in the beginning, I didn't care about why. I just wanted to make a lot of money, so I went. So maybe you've heard enough, and you're ready to go, and you should. You should go to your next home-based business's live event. If you don't have a home-based business and you want to get into internet marketing like I do, then there's a link under here you can just click. And if you don't know what that link is, you can just go to candoitblog.com and blog, and it's there. You can just enter your email. There's a live webinar or something. It'll get you the information you need to start your own internet business with that. But anyway, excuse me. So this live event thing, right? We actually have one coming up next week. It's in Nashville, Tennessee, and my husband is going. So we've actually recommitted to live events. So in our personal story, when we were going to live events, our income kept increasing, right? When we stopped going to live events, our income started increasing. So now that being said, I kind of learned my lesson. It's happening. However, I had to learn how to budget properly in my business. Basically, you're gonna find out that when people make a lot of money, especially initially when they start making a lot of money in their business, they might spend more of it. It's called business cash flow. Anyway, I love business. I learned so much about life and money and business, so it's been great. I've learned a lot. So my husband and I have successfully budgeted our lives so that we can now attend every event. So yay! So now we've been going actually. So the last one I attended, and then the one prior to that we did not attend. So, however, the last one we attended, this one we're attending, and we're attending every one from now on. I've already decided. So it's like I'm not gonna go against the rule of home-based business to think that I could somehow, surpass it somehow. It's not gonna happen. So anyway, fine. So we're going. The next one Jamal will be in is in Nashville, Tennessee. It's at the Grand Overnight Hotel. Amazing place. It starts on Thursday next week. So he's going to be there. And if you are on our team and you're watching this, you need to be there. All right. If you want to make money in this business, you need to get there. No matter what it takes, you need to find a way to go. Okay? I'm just telling you. And if you cannot go, it's just going to slow you down. But, you need to go. All the leaders go. So if you want to be really successful, you need to go to live events. That's just how it is. Okay? So go. Now I'm going to talk about why really quickly. And basically, it comes down to this story from Stevie Wonder, right? So when he was a kid, in school, his teacher asked him to find a mouse in the classroom because he was blind. However, his hearing was exceptional, right? And so he helped the teacher and he found the mouse, and the class was happy. Everyone was happy because they found the mouse, and he felt really important. And before then, he always felt like he was blind. He didn't really have anything he could contribute. After that, he realized he could contribute something, and that was his hearing, and then he dedicated his life to sound, music, became Stevie Wonder, right? Amazingly famous musician. Very wealthy too. What is the point of that story? The point is that we can never do anything alone, right? We are always a part of a community of people, including Stevie Wonder. All of his money came from people buying his music, right? We never make money alone. We never succeed alone. We never even live alone. Everything in our life is in a community, community-based. Anything great is done with a group of people. Okay, nothing is ever done by yourself. And so when you understand this concept, you understand why live events work. Okay, the business it must be created as a team, as a whole, with everybody together. Now at live events, we get together as people, as groups, like a family, and we learn about what's working, what isn't working. We change our direction together. We make decisions together. We basically learn to succeed together as a group, which is much more powerful than just one person going at it by themselves. And a lot of people have learned this. Even if they have stayed in our business, left, all home-based businesses use this model. They use this model. Live events are extremely important. Anyone you know in home-based business who is successful will tell you the exact same thing. Go ahead and ask any of them. Any of them. And I'm talking about the successful ones, okay? The ones that are making a lot of money. Talk to them. Ask them, are live events important? And they will all say they are extremely important. You need to be with a community of people to be successful. All right, that's just how it is. And it doesn't even matter what business you're in. And home basis, because you're doing your business from home, you need to go to live events to be in the community. It's really important. If you're in a business where you go to a company every day, then the company's there. That's where the culture is. That's where the group is. You don't need live events. Well, you do, because you're going to a live event every day. Every day you're going to your company, right? You have to go to live events every day for that. For home-based business, you only have to go once in a while. So you don't have to be physically at a place as much as if you had a job, right? So it's way less. However, there's a minimum amount. It seems to be like 4 times a year is about right. Every 3 months, you need a reboot. You need to get in touch with your company, basically. So that's what is going on, and that's what it is. So I wanted to share that with you. It's the secret. To me, it was like a secret. I didn't understand it. However, it's so powerful and so true. Live events are the key to your success in the home-based business. And it doesn't matter what home-based business you're in, okay? That is the truth. Right? All leaders go to all events. They bring people with them. Bringing people with them is the key. Don't go by yourself all the time. Bring people with you. Grow your business with the event. Grow your business with the event. That's how it works. And you create a community, you create a family. It's a wonderful thing. It's actually a wonderful, happy thing that creates good in the world. All right? So that's my lesson for today on the secret of success in home-based business. And that's the secret. Attend all live events. That is what will help you become successful. Learn from the people there. Ask questions. Bring people with you. Like I said, if you're on our team, it's time to go to Nashville. So go ahead in your back office, buy your ticket, and we'll see you there. I'm going to be streaming it live, and my husband's going to be there in person. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining me with CandoBlog.com. Let me just change so you know what link. If you missed any of this, you want to see the replay, you want to share it with your friends, please do so, because it is an important message that, I want people to hear, because it's important. These are things that make things happen. For me, when I really wanted success, I really wanted to know these things. I want to know why. I want to know what to do. I want to know the steps. Tell me what to do, and I'll do it, right? So these are the steps. This is what to do. This is what we need to do. So if you're in our email list and you're watching this, then it's time for you to go to the website. So you just click the link to join. It's like $7 for trial membership. It's so cheap, actually. It's really cheap now. But anyway, very affordable. So you can go ahead and click that link. Go ahead and join for $7. Buy your event ticket. I don't know how much it is right now, but it's over. The discounted price is like $97. So now it's over that. But go ahead and buy your ticket and see Jamel in Nashville. I will see you there too, because I will be streaming it live. Go to Nashville. Go to that live event. It is important. It is the key to your business. Okay, it's key. It's important. If you want to make money in this business, you have to go. Right? So now it's time to go to Nashville. And if you have a different home-based business and you're watching this, then go to your next live event. Whatever it is, wherever it is, go to it, because it's important. It is key for you in making money in your business. Thank you for joining me. See the replay at candabook.com. We do these every Friday, unless, last two Fridays, I was on vacation. I was in Disneyland that first Friday, so I could not do it. And then I was on vacation a couple weeks ago. And then the following Friday, I was actually sick. So that's why I wasn't on last Friday. I apologize for missing 2 weeks of these, but I am back now and broadcasting every Friday at 6:30 a.m. Hawaii time, 12:30 p.m. Philippines and Taiwan time. And I used to live in Taiwan, and we have a lot of people in the Philippines who are interested. And then also, and on our team, what was the other time? Oh yeah, Eastern time. That's right. Eastern time always changes because Eastern time is on daylight saving. So it's sometimes it's 12:30, sometimes it's 11:30, and now it is at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Thank you for joining me. Aloha, and see you next week. Bye-bye.